Good evening, witches. Tiffany here on Bewitching.Bemused. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to charge jewelry with a specific intention or purpose, and several ways that you can use it in your craft. Today's video is inspired by Kelsey, the owner of the Etsy shop Sterling Ferns, which I highly encourage you to go check out. She sent me an email asking about different ways to use jewelry in witchcraft, and she did send me a gift, which I've been like bragging about it ever since I got it. So you guys have probably heard a lot about this ring already. Now, just to be clear, she did not ask me to promote her shop. I suggested it and she was like, you don't have to do that. And I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm not getting any kind of financial incentive for this. I just really want to promote her work because I love it. So the link to her shop is down below in the description box, but in addition to that, she is the best. When I told her I'm going to be promoting it, she did offer a promotional discount just for my viewers. It is right over here on the screen. That's Bewitching and then the number 20. This coupon code will get you 20% off your order, plus just for my viewers, she is going to throw in a free little witchy gift for every order. So make sure to use that code to get some fabulous jewelry and for an extra little fun gift. Seriously guys, she's super sweet. I've had a lot of fun talking to her. I really appreciate her work and I know that she's watching this. So hey girl, hey. So I apologize for my weird looking fingers. This is a brand new moonstone and sterling silver ring and it hasn't been charged yet. So I wanted to take the time today to go ahead and do that on camera and show you how to do it as well. So I'm going to charge this with just an overall, purpose for my life, for, like wearing it every day. But I also wanted to talk about other ways you can utilize jewelry in your craft. So when you have a piece and you're trying to decide on an appropriate purpose or intention for it, or vice versa, you have an intention or purpose and you're looking for an appropriate piece of jewelry, I want you to consider several factors and what each one symbolizes for you. So think about the material or the metals that are used, colors, shape, design, crystal intention, and even the kind of jewelry you're using. If you want something to help you communicate better verbally, it might be a better idea to use a necklace for that since it is close to the throat and the voice box than say a ring or a bracelet. But also take your own personal preferences into account. If you don't really wear necklaces, I'm not saying only a necklace will work for communication purposes. You can always use something else, of course, but considering that placement might give it a little extra edge. If you choose to cleanse your jewelry before wearing it, which I do recommend that you do, always do your own research first and check which cleansing options are safe for the material of the jewelry. And that doesn't just go for gemstones and crystals, it also goes for the type of metal. With some gems and crystals, the color will start to fade in too much direct sunlight, which by the way is something you might want to keep in mind if it's something you're going to be wearing daily and you tend to be outdoors a lot, just, factor it in. And as we know, some crystals will dissolve in water, some will become toxic in water. So please do your research first, or you can go with a cleansing option that's pretty much safe to do on anything, such as sound cleansing. Also, just keep that in mind for what you're picking out for daily wear. If you want an item that you never take off, don't wear something that's gonna dissolve in water into the shower. So for this new piece, I know who made it, I know who sent it to me, who it's from, and I'm not worried about her energy. However, it did come a long way in shipping, and that package probably was in various hands that I don't know before it actually got to me, so I did cleanse it. So I encourage you, even if it's a gift from a friend or something like that, just do a quick ritual cleanse. As for different uses, like I already stated, something that you can wear every day that is charged with a specific intention or purpose. This new one is moonstone, so I'm going to be charging that up with connection to the moon, since I do work with the moon a lot, as well as inner strength and emotional stability. Today, just for examples, I'm mainly gonna focus on the emotional stability aspect. Because of those intentions that I'm adding to it, and just the fact that it's gorgeous and I love it, it is now incorporated as part of my daily wear, so that's something I will use every day. Another example is my pentagram ring, which I wear daily. I only take it off for weightlifting, and it is charged up with protection and divine connection. You can also charge it up, juice it up for just a temporary thing. Like maybe you're going to a job interview or an audition and you really want to stand out. You want to be memorable. You can charge a piece up for that. Maybe you know you have a stressful day ahead of you, so charge something with harmony. Or maybe a necklace to avoid getting tongue-tied at that job interview or a first date. So I'm just realizing that a tongue ring would actually be great for that, but I don't know if a tongue ring is the best choice for most job interviews. I don't know, that was just a side thought. But you can also have items that are meant for long-term charges to hold a specific intention that you don't necessarily wear every day. You can have something charged up for intuition and psychic work, something that you use just when you're trying to astral travel or communicate with spirits or during meditation, something calming for meditation or sleep, something for lucid dreaming, something to help you recall your dreams that you wear while you're sleeping. I also love the idea of having a piece that you only wear for ritual work. Maybe you have it charged to open you up to energies, to strengthen your own focus and power. Or it just makes you feel super witchy, because that feeling alone can go a long way in your spell work. I'm actually currently keeping an eye out for, I really want like a Victorian like chandelier necklace to wear at my coven rituals. You can also just have things that maybe aren't necessarily charged up, but do correspond with a spell intention that you can wear while you are performing that spell. Consider it like a secondary spell ingredient. You aren't using it directly in with the rest of the ingredients, but it is still there, kind of lending its power and lending its energy to the working. And here's a bonus tip that I actually got from the Northern Witch podcast. The link to that is down below in the description box. You should check her out. Ashley is really cool. If you keep all of your witchy jewelry or crystal jewelry in the same place, and on a particular day, you're not really sure what to wear, hover your hand over it and see which one energetically calls out to you. It's a really fun way to just add a bit of magic to your daily life, or just to witchify your process of picking out your outfit or accessories for the day. You can also use it as a divination technique to kind of see like what energy might you need for the upcoming day. Okay, you've got your piece. It's cleansed. You generally know what you want to use it for. So how do you charge it? If you work with timing like days of the week or moon phases, you might want to factor that in. It's completely up to you, but if you like to work with some sort of timing with your spell work, figure out what of that, whether it's days of the week, moon phases, seasons, whatever, corresponds with your intention. Since this is for connection with the moon as well as emotional stability, I'm going to be charging it up today on the full moon. Next, know your exact intention. If your intention is going to be protection, you want this item to protect you, then your intention will be, this bracelet protects me. I always like to write my intentions down because it just helps me have a clear idea of what they are, but you should definitely have something specific figured out, whether you write it down, whether you repeat it out loud or in your mind when you're charging it. Just definitely have a solid intention. I recommend that for any spell. In my opinion, just like a single word like intuition or protection or communication is just too vague. Mine is going to be, and I have to read it because I haven't memorized it yet. Through its connection with the divinity of the moon, this ring grants me inner strength and emotional stability as balanced as the lunar cycle. That's a bit wordy for some people, but I like it. I also want you to know what you're going to visualize. I always think it's better to know what you're going to visualize before you go into a working, especially because this one is really simple. It makes it so much easier for the mind to kind of just wander off. So I like to have a plan of attack, basically. You don't have to write it all down and, do it step by step. If that does work for you, great. I just like to have a general idea, so I'm not sitting there going like, come on, imagination, come up with something. So I recommend you not only visualize the purpose of the item working for you, but also incorporate the physical jewelry into that visualization as well. So, okay, say you're using a bracelet. Oh, here we go. Say you're using a bracelet for protection. When you visualize, visualization is not just picturing things, but you can feel comforted. You can feel safe. You can picture malicious entities or people, danger in general avoiding you or bouncing right off of you. But you would want to include the bracelet. So maybe you visualize that when you put it on, an energetic piece of armor, like a bracer, comes down and, you know, boom, you got a little shield. Maybe you're wearing a necklace for intuition, and you can imagine it sending, when you put it on, it sends a bolt of energy up to your third eye and wakes it up. Just get creative, whatever works for you. For this ring, I'm going to imagine it absorbing energy from the moon, from literally the moon, and sending that into my body. Definitely focusing on both the heart and the mind, coming to both my head and heart, and just that energy kind of going in through my hand and flowing through me. Okay, you've got your intention and your visualization prepared, it's cleansed, blah, 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 you're good to go. So cast your circle, ground, and center, whatever it is that you like to do in preparation for spells. Then charge it up the way you would any other item. So hold it in your hand and either project energy from your other hand or with your energy directing tool, be that wand, dagger, a feather, what have you, and visualize your intention. Like I said, repeat it aloud or in your head like a mantra, however that works for you. Speak to the item. Visualize this piece working and fulfilling its purpose. Send all of that energy charged up into this item. Picture it completely encompassing this piece. Not just, you know, if it's a necklace, not just the pendant dangling from it, but the chain as well. And just keep pushing more energy into it until you feel it can't hold anymore. Whatever that feels like to you, whether it's warming up, you feel a slight buzzing, maybe the item feels heavier, whatever it is to you. If this is an item that you want to keep charged up with the same intention at all times, personally, I like to redo those charges about once a month, sort of like routine maintenance. But if I pick it up one day and it's feeling a little stale, I might just go ahead and redo it then. So monthly as routine, and then kind of whenever as needed. The same goes for cleansing. I kind of cleanse and recharge depending on the purpose and circumstances. Like, so this black tourmaline bracelet, it is meant for absorbing negative energy, so I cleanse it all the time. I mean, I haven't even had it that long and I've probably already cleansed it like 3 times. I've had it for like a week and a half. I might be overdoing it a bit. So as regular maintenance, I'd probably do it like once every 2 weeks, a cleanse and recharge, maybe more often if I've been going out a lot more into public spaces. But if I'm in a particularly obviously negative circumstance, place, or around somebody who's just like energetically icky, I'll go home and cleanse it as soon as I can. If you're using an item for like a one-time deal and you want to reset it, just thank it for doing its job and then take it and do that same charging ritual in reverse. Just absorb that intention out of it. You can either take that into yourself, put it back down into the earth, or just release it into the universe. That's how I like to do it anyway. There's a ton of different methods on this though, but I just like to thank it, do that in reverse, and then I will give it a good cleanse and consider it neutral. You could feel free to go ahead and recharge it with something new right away if you like, or just tuck it away and save it for when you need it. Okay, witches, make sure to check out that link below. It is the Etsy shop, Sterling Ferns, and make sure to use the code Bewitching20 to get 20% off your order and a free little witchy gift. If this was helpful, please hit that thumbs up, and if you hated the video, hit the thumbs down. Hopefully that's not the case. I'd love to see your pieces of jewelry that you had charged up or your jewelry collection. Post them up on Instagram and tag me in them. You can also feel free to talk about them down in the comments below. But that's it for now. I will see you all on Sunday.